Hey Siri, set a timer for 3 hours. Hey, can you
I,
hear me?
I hear you. Can you hear me?
I can. That's good. I'm just turning up my volume a little bit. I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to log in. Uh, no, I'm already logged in. Let's see. No, maybe not. Did you say you were already familiar with WordPress?
I would not use the word familiar. I've looked at it. That's about it. I don't know.
That's
That's
right.
that's the whole problem. I don't know what I have to go in there and be able to alter the website to add things like a tab for boat sales, for example, or engine sales, trailer sales, the load right logo. Maybe be able to set up special sales or special offers, things like, I can't do any of that. And the other thing I never really got past was when I got into WordPress, the website wasn't there. Now, at least, or I didn't get to look at it correctly. I'm not sure what happened.
Okay. So you've had a couple iterations of websites. So the benchmark marine basin was originally done in HTML, and then I think I switched it to WordPress, and then your predecessor ditched what I did, built everything in Google's free version of website building. I don't even think they offer that anymore, which was just garbage. It was just a horrible product, and your website, reflected that. And then we lost access to that somehow. And then Nick asked me to rebuild it again. So I rebuilt it very similar to the way it, looks. So it looks like the other websites that you have. So the fishing charter and the boat rentals and everything else. So it's very similar. Okay. And the way that you log into it, just so you know, is if you go to benchmarkmarine.net/WP dash admin.
Wait a minute, I gotta write that down, I guess.
I'm gonna
Say
chat it.
that-
I'm gonna chat it to you if I can
Oh,
open,
okay,
if I can chat my window, and then you can copy and paste it. Where
okay.
is chat? I can't chat while I
Are
share.
we able to record this so that I can refer to it or no?
I am recording it. Yep.
Oh, okay,
All right. So I just sent you the link in there.
okay,
Um, and you can copy and paste that wherever you want to keep. But if you type that in to your browser and then obviously username and password, it will bring you into an interface that looks like this, right? So
okay, yeah,
um, you are getting a lot of people trying to hack your website. So in the last 24 hours, 50 people tried to break in. Um,
wow.
that's pretty low, believe it or not. Uh,
What do they hope to gain by that? I mean, it doesn't matter really, but
yeah, I don't know. They do everything from upload porn to sell illegal handbags, you know.
wonderful.
Yeah, yeah, it's a nightmare. Um, so um, just so you know, we're using an application called Divi to build the website. So what that means is you don't need to know any code to edit things. Okay. If you were to go to a page on the website, you go over here. This is interface is called the dashboard, and
Right,
and this is the library over here on the left hand side, the library suite of tools. Um, but like what I just did is I went from the main uh, interface of the dashboard and I clicked on pages, and then you can see all the pages that we have here. And you'll note some of the pages are built in Divi, some of them are not. We're not utilizing the shopping cart. Um, and then you'll see right here, this is the home page with a front page. Okay.
right,
If you want to edit it, you can see that when you mouse over, you can see the little
right.
edit,
See that? Yeah,
and the quick edit is if you want to, is only if you want to like change the name of the page. It's not really editing anything else on the page for the most part, but you click edit and it will load this interface with a bunch of blocks on it. And this interface is very confusing to a lot of people. And I understand that because what are we looking at, right? Um,
yeah.
there's a button I'm going to warn you not to touch. It's return to editor. If you hit return to standard editor, what it'll do is it'll erase everything on the page. It should say, warning, don't click this button. It will
Yeah,
erase your content.
yeah,
But
yeah.
it just says return to standard editor, right? Um, so there's a couple of other ways to edit this page so it's not so confusing. I'm going to show you the confusing way first, just to give you an idea of what we're looking at in this structure.
Okay,
Okay. So this is called the hero section. The hero section is right here on the top, right? That's this slideshow with this information. And the way it's organized is right here. If you come in and click on this, you'll see here's the headline. Welcome to Benchmark Marina, right? That's the same headline right here, right?
right, yeah,
Right. And then below that, you'll see the text. Here's the text,
right.
right?
So I
And
could hit right there if I wanted to change it, or
yep, you can click right here. And notice I'm clicking on the gear each time. And if you wanted to change it, you can come in here and edit it at will.
okay.
Um, right. So the reason this is called Divi is
You
because
said you're clicking on what? The
the
gear, you
gear,
said?
right? So
Oh,
this
like
is,
the setting symbol?
yeah, I'm going to show you what all these tools mean. So
Oh,
for instance, this is the move tool. If I wanted to move an object, I can put it anywhere on the page that I want,
okay,
right? The settings, module settings allows me to edit what's happening within that div, the
okay,
division. This would copy it, right? The double copies it.
right,
This is the save tool. If I wanted to save an element, and let's say I want to use this on another page, I'll call this text. and hit save. And then if I wanted to, I can go onto another page and then import it
Okay.
and put it where I want. The delete tool obviously removes that item, and all these other modules and settings you really don't need to worry about. Those are the primary ones.
Okay.
Okay. There's a structure to the color that you're looking at. The blue section here refers to this entire width. So this entire block, right, is
Right.
is that blue section. Within that blue section, you have a green section. And that I'm going to show you again this later. That is the column within that big block. It's the column. And then the gray area is the row. So if you were thinking about it like a spreadsheet, this would be the entire spreadsheet. This would be your column, which, by the way, if you notice, this one has a different setting here, and it allows
Right.
you to break it up. You could have one big column, you could have two columns, you could have 5 columns. It gives you all these different options. But this is the one column, and then this is the row. Now,
Okay.
there is one difference here in this big block here that we have, and that is this section right here, which has text in it. And you notice the color green is substantially different from the other green.
Yes.
That is because this is called a global item. So what I had done when I built this section is I hit this button and I saved it as, whatever it was called. And then I made it, oh, it's already a global item, so that's not an option. Let me show you what happens if it's not a global item. So I can change it to, call it whatever I want, and then turn it to a global item. What does this mean? This means that this item may appear on multiple pages in different locations. So I've created an element that I said to myself, oh, I'm probably going to want to use this on 2 or 3 pages. And I'm going to make it a global item. That way, every time I need to change it, it will change on every single page. I don't have to go to all those pages. So whether it's on 1 page or 100 pages, if I want to change this, I just come in and I say, okay, put 2 check marks in. I'm going to make that more technically correct. And I hit save. And if that's on 100 pages, I just changed it on 100 pages. I don't have to go into every page and change it every single time
Pages within this site, though.
within
Right.
the site. Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't
Not
change
not like
anything.
other sites like Benchmark Boat Rentals or
No,
Book.
it can't do that. It's not physically possible.
Right.
So
But,
this is the structure of the Divi builder. I'm going to show you now how easy it is to work on it. I'm coming up here and you'll see these different options up here.
right.
You see, this is tablet view, how it looks on an iPad. This is how it looks on a smartphone, and this is how it looks on a desktop computer. Now, when I mouse over top of everything, you'll notice, see how this icon comes up? See the blue area,
Yes.
then the green. So the block, the columns, and the row. And if I want to edit it here, I can either click on it to edit it, or I can just edit it right here in real time.
Okay.
When I'm done with the change that I need to make, so let's say I made the change here, right? And
Yep.
then I have to close this module by hitting the save change, right?
Right.
Right. Then it saves the change. It saved the change to the row, but then I also have to save the change to the page. So you have to save it twice. Unless you're working in this mode where you can just say blink, blink, and save.
Okay.
Right. So all of these rules are, and then it goes away. I bring it back. There is another way to edit this page if you just wanted to go, like if you don't like the way this looks or if it's being cumbersome. Let's say you're on a small laptop. If you click this button to build on the front end, it will load the entire page and it'll have the view that we were just looking at, but it's not cluttered with the side material.
You can still edit it though, right there.
Exactly. Come right in here, make it underline, bold it, add a link, what have you. If you want to add an element, hey, I got a new photo. The plus symbol exists at the bottom of each row. Come in here, click the plus symbol. You can add a blog feed. You can add a divider, right? There's the divider. If I wanted to add another photo, just come on down to image and then come in and click on that. And then you can go to your library media, right? And look at all the photos. You can say, okay, I want that photo. I don't know. Let's just
How
say.
do those, where are they coming from? Where's that media?
So the media is saved here. Let's say you have a new photo and like yeah, let's just for giggles we'll say, okay, I want to upload something new. I just took a picture. So you go to upload files, then you select the file, find the file that you want to upload.
Right.
Just going to upload something very small. And then it uploads, and
I got
then
it, yeah,
you hit add, right? And then there's that image.
right.
And then of course you would have to open up your box here and hit save to save it to the page. I'm not going to save this because we don't want to keep it there.
Right.
Right. Now that, let me go back because you just asked another question. I'm going to exit the builder here. Discard changes. I go back to that dashboard. All your media is stored right here in the media center,
Yeah,
right?
okay,
And you've got lots of photos. You
right,
only have access to the photos that you upload.
right,
You can also upload PDFs. You'll notice that, here's the boat rental contract, some liability PDFs that you've had here in the past.
okay.
Uh, and the way we've used that in the past, let me see if I can find the buttons. So down here, this is a button for the fishing charter. Oh no, that's not what I was looking for. Right now, we don't have that information available, it looks like. I don't know, is that something that needs to be put on the website?
The fishing charter?
Um, no, the PDFs that we had in the library. Let's go back. Go to
Is that
media.
what you meant?
So we have a load slip, a liability agreement, and a damage expense. These are all from
Boat
2019.
rental. That's all from the boat rentals. It would have nothing to do with this site.
Okay, okay. But if you wanted to, you could create links to these.
Right.
Um, you
Well,
could create,
actually, I said that wrong. I mean, there is, I think, at the bottom, a link where you can rent boats, or at least there used to be, and maybe not. No, I
uh,
don't see it. Oh, yeah, boat rentals. So,
I
yeah,
think I think that takes us over to benchmark boat rentals.
right. But that's what those forms would be for, not for the,
Yeah, for this site. This site is completely different. It's been rebuilt by a different company. I can't help you with editing this or even giving you access to it. So I
right,
originally built this site, and then the company that manages your rental has taken over.
Fair Harbor.
Right.
Okay.
So
Well,
if you need to edit this,
I
unfortunately,
do, but I have to take stuff out, like, yeah, okay, but
yeah, you'll have to call Fair Harbor for them to give you access to it.
will do.
Right. Um, what else can I show you? So,
Well, yeah, I have some, like, I don't know if Nick really wants that fishing charter there. If he does, fine. But what I'm after is adding load rake trailers and editing some of the Suzuki stuff, like up top. I mean, it's way down here. I mean, you know as well as I do, the average consumer has the attention span of a gnat. So it needs to be up here. It needs to be up top where it says full service marina, fishing charter, boat rentals. What else do we have? Well, we have Suzuki outboard motors. We have load rake trailers. We have the full service marina is fine for that part. I also need to change this 30-minute pre-rental that block, but I see how to do that. I can do that myself. but really, I'd like to get across the top there somehow, the Suzuki logo, the Load Right logo. And when you click on that, it's going to talk about buying a motor or buying a trailer.
So that's information that could be added up here, or like you could put the logos across the bottom, you could put the logos underneath this, or we could take this out and put the logos up there.
Like what?
You could also add another button by we could create another page and specifically talk about the products that you sell.
Yeah, that's really what I want up the top. I wanted like I said,
So
put.
instead of saying fishing charter after full
Well,
service
he may
marina,
want that. We may have to just add to it, but how many
right,
can I put across there?
you can put as many as you want. As
I want
eventually you'll run out of width and then you'll have two lines, but you could add another button here easily.
to, okay, that's what I want to do.
Mhm. So I guess my question would be is this something that you want me to build for you and then you tweak, or is this something that you want to
Well, I
try?
want to take a whack at it myself. That's why,
Okay.
via the training we're doing now. And I
So,
see some of it, but I haven't seen yet how to put to me, I would rather, where you have those buttons, couldn't those buttons be the Suzuki and Load Right logo that you click on them and then it goes to an explanation of sorts?
you could just say Suzuki and then have it link down here, like
Yeah,
an anchor link, then it would drop you down instead of take you to another page.
okay. But we couldn't do what I just said, right?
So you could here's the problem. If you put a logo up in the menu, when it goes down to a smartphone, you won't see it.
Okay,
So I mean, it's better to have a text link.
okay. No,
It's
I got that,
yeah,
because
it's
everybody uses
also
the phone.
yeah, it's also better to use a text link for search engine optimization,
Right,
because Google will read the word Suzuki. They don't know what a photo is,
right, got it.
right? They're not crawling your site for photos. Well, they are, but not in the same way. It wouldn't work the same way. So,
No, I get you. And
yeah.
that makes sense. We'll do it that way. Yeah,
So,
that's what I figure out how to put a button there. I think you covered that a little bit, but I'm not sure
so
yet. But
I could take you through real quick. I'm going to go back to the dashboard. Let's
I,
just say you wanted to create a new page. I'm going to go back over to pages. I'm going to click add new, right? And then we'll call this motors, just for giggles. Okay. Um, I would add a featured image, um, and I'm going to use the library image. So this is the featured image that would be appearing on the page and preloading before the page. Then I would convert this page to the Divi Builder, and I'll show you why. Because I can say use the Divi Builder. Okay, and then I'm going to clone an existing page. Why am I going to clone an existing page? Because it's going to save me all that time of building everything. If I click clone the page, it's going to load the other pages that I have, and I'm going to look for the main page, which I believe is this one. I'll use this layout, and it's going to load a complete copy of, let's just take a look, of the home page. So now what I can do is, okay, well, I'll say, well, I don't need this section because we want to talk about motors. So this goes away. I don't need to talk about this because we talk about that on the home page. So I can take this out. I can take, and this is where we talk about motors, right? And service. So, then I can edit this as I see fit. And then what I'll do is I'll publish that page. And now we've built a,
yeah,
I,
you lost me
so,
there.
sorry, I was getting a message on my phone. Um, so now we have a brand new page. Now the brand new page is built, but let's go back here. Beep. The brand new page is built, but it's not an option here, right? Even if I refresh this, it won't come up. So what we have to do is we have to go to the menu section under appearance menu, right? And then we have to add it to the menu. You'll notice fishing charter and all these custom links are built in. You would click on motors, add the menu. There's motors, then I would bring it up to put it where I want it. And
Yeah,
then I'd hit save. Now, when I go to this page and refresh, now we have the option here for motors.
yeah,
And if I click on that, it brings me to the section that talks about motors.
yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Now, I don't know if, if you want to leave this there, or the other way that we could manage this is if I create an anchor link. I have to look up how to create an anchor link because it's been a while. But what I could do is make it so when you click on motors, it just drops you down to the lower part of the page. You don't have to create another page for it. It's entirely up to you what you want to do. You could just
I
leave
kind of
this
like that way better, but
going
they both
down
work.
lower,
They both work for now. I mean, but I like the drop down, like you just said, a little better, but the anchor link is
just
better.
keeping everything on one page.
I think that's better, actually. Yeah. I mean, because
Okay.
then you can scroll back up if you want.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take that off the menu. It's still there. We can always put it back later. Um, let's see. I want to go to the home page. And I know roughly how to do this, but let me look it up because it's been a while. So we're going to call this, what do you want to call this section?
Uh, you mean up top?
No, yeah, well, what do you want to call it up top?
Uh, Suzuki Repower Center for now. I mean, I can always change that, I guess, but
How do you spell Suzuki? Oh, I see it right there. Never mind. I can't read. It's Suzuki. Okay. Okay.
it would be Repower.
Repower.
Repower. R-E, yeah. R-E-P. Right.
Now, let's see if I did it right.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'll have to rewatch this to figure out how to do it myself. But
Yeah. So let's say, there it
yeah,
goes. There it works.
because I'm
Perfect.
going to change what's in there too, but I can do that myself, obviously. So
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
I
So
gotta do the same things for load right, but well, I'll have to
So if you're going to add another product, I'm assuming load right is some sort of
trailer. It's a boat
trailer,
trailer.
right? So if you wanted to add another section, what you could do is if you're in the Visual Builder, come down here and copy this section, right? Copy it,
Yes.
right? And now here it is down below. And what I would do in this instance is I would mix things up a little bit. I would say, oh, you know what? I don't want the image and everything on the same side, so I'm going to switch the image from one side to the other, right? Then,
Okay.
I would put the new photo here, and
And
then
then
and
edit
then
the text.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we'd call it, load right,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? I'll leave this here and you can edit it.
I'll change it. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, and then what I would need to do, and I'll do this ahead of time so it's a little bit easier for you, is I need to change that class because the class can't be the same. And we'll call it load right.
It's actually RITE.
Okay, I was going to ask. All right, so load right. I'm going to copy it. It has to be exactly the same, all lowercase too.
Yeah. Okay.
So load right. And I'm going to save this.
This is one of those things. I see what you're doing, but for me to duplicate it tomorrow is going to be impossible. You said I can watch this again, right?
Yeah, I'll upload the video.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks.
So now here I'm gonna create a custom link for it, and I'm gonna add hashtag, which lets it know that it's an anchor link, and then the
Okay.
class that I gave it, which was load right, and
That's
then
the main thing that for the anchor link is the hashtag.
yeah, and then
For
we're
the,
gonna call it load, and
all
then
right.
is it one word, all one
Yes.
word?
One word. Yeah.
Okay, load right, and I'm gonna add it to the menu, and we'll put it right here,
Okay.
and then save the menu. Now I'll go back and refresh the page. Oh, I'm still in editing mode. Exit.
So now when we click on load right, it'll slide down there.
Yep.
Yeah. And I'll go in and fix all of the wording and stuff. Yeah.
So that's it.
Okay. That part, I gotta play with it, obviously. The other now, phase two, how do I improve the SEO stuff? Like, because when people are clicking away, and what I used to do is like, would you give the company a bunch of words, in this case, trailer, motor, boat, blah, blah, blah. How do I improve that? Where people
Yeah.
are, so
So
that I get to people who want to buy a boat trailer.
right. So what was happening in the past, what you're doing to get your SEO is you were paying a company, and the company was adding those keywords to a different web page, not on your website. They were building it somewhere else. And then everything on that page pointed to your page. And as soon as you stopped paying that company, they took this page away. And then all of a sudden, all the work that was done for this page is completely worthless, and your site is right back where you started. This is what most SEO companies do. They do that because then you're beholden to them. You always need them, and you have to continue to pay for the service, right? What I'm going to teach you how to do is you're going to do it right here on your website. That way, it's always here.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to show you some examples. Um, so Parallel Architecture Group is a company that I do a lot of work for. Okay, I'll take you to their website. So in their website, they have a product section and a news section. Both of these sections are blog pages, right? In the blog pages, if we were to go to residential, you'll see a photo of a house and a description, and then a whole bunch of projects that they've worked on.
Okay.
Each project talks about what was done, how many square feet, was it a renovation? Was it an addition? Was it new construction? What have you? It also talks about the town that it was done in, right?
Right.
These are those keywords that you were giving that company. These are the keywords that you have to use in your blog posts. If you click on one of the blog posts, then you see more photos, more description, and what have you.
Yeah.
Those are the keywords that tell Google that, hey, wait a minute, these guys did a coastal Cape transformation in Fairhaven, and it has
Right.
all these photos to it, right? Um, Again, I'm going to show you another example.
Is this a company that I hire to do this? Or I'm kind of I'm not clear on that.
So, like I said, this is something that I can do for you, or you can hire somebody else to do, or you can do it yourself. It really is entirely up to you. Um,
Okay.
right? So I'm going to just show you another example of the type of SEO that I do. Okay. So here's Jersey Steamer. It's a carpet cleaning company. If you go to their blog, you'll see a bunch of stories. Same
Okay.
exact thing. What did they
Right.
do? They just recently cleaned carpet at this house. They just recently had a sale for Halloween. They had a 50% off. They had a help wanted, right? These are all stories that if you click on, it talks about all the reasons why you need to clean the house before back to school. Or I'll show you another story, which is very popular. Um, let's see. Happy. Okay. So this is what we called something that's recently cleaned as a video testimonial from a very happy customer. It talks about what they did, who they did it for, the town that it was in, and it shows photos.
hmm
So what I'm suggesting that we do is we would create another button up here that would link to your blog, whether it's a blog or if it's sales or whether it's just news. It can be called anything that we want. Usually news is sort of, all encompassing. I like to use the word news because you can put sales in there, right? You can put uh, galleries, photos of work that you've done, and you can put, other information about what's going on in your business. And this is where you need to think about and plan a calendar for how you want to proceed and what information you're going to be doing.
Yeah, that is something that I want to do. I mean, I would want to call it something like news and specials or something like that, because I want to be able to say, hey, you know, $200 off of a certain trailer or whatever, or like right now, I want to do something with the utility trailer. So I want to say in that, whether it's on the front page or in the news and specials, with special deals on whatever it might be.
So if that's the way you want to go, what I would do is I could come in here and start building a page for you specifically to host that. I'll go to the dashboard. I'm going to create a new page. I'm going to say news and specials. I'm going to put your logo in it. So let's see. I keep doing that. Okay. Publish. And then I'm going to say use the Divi Builder. I'm going to clone an existing page
Right.
just so I don't have to build all that structure. And then I'm going to change everything on it here. So let's see, what do I want? I don't want this. I don't want this. Well, actually, let's go back. I'll keep that. I'm going to get rid of this.
Can you sit tight for like about 1 minute?
Yep,
I can run downstairs. I'll be right back.
sure. Take your time.
Sorry about that. Okay, sorry about that. Got guys working, I gotta, anyway,
Yeah. So what I did was is I duplicated the page,
right.
I removed some of the content, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just edit this headline, and I'm going to call it news and specials. Take that out. And then I'm going to add a new section. I'm going to add a blog reel. So I'll explain what that means in a little bit. I'm going to create the section, add the blog. I'm going to say all categories. And I'm going to make the layout a grid. Okay. And say okay. So what I just did is I created this new section that anytime you create a new blog story, whether it's a sale or a what have you, it will appear on this page
Right.
automatically. You don't have to do anything else. So this is a generic blog post that comes when we load
Yeah.
WordPress, build WordPress, right?
I'm gonna edit that, obviously.
Right. So I'm going to go back to I'm going to go over to the dashboard, and I'm going to go to blog posts. Okay. Now, if you come in here, you'll see here's, the hello world post that was built. And
Right.
I'm going to get rid of that and get rid of this. And just like a new page, I'm going to say add new.
Put,
And
put utility trailer there, or utility trailers. We'll just play with it for a moment. Utility trailer sale. Let's just go with that for now. That would be ER.
I'm not a good speller.
That's
I
fine.
am.
That's good. What's
Right.
that?
I'm not a good speller.
Oh, that's all right.
So I'm going to show you some keys to building a really good blog post that will get you more traffic.
Okay.
Okay. So format's not that important, but we're going to walk down this column over here.
Okay.
Categories is a great place to add keywords. So I would say boat trailer would be a category. I would say sale, that's a
This is
category
for that. This is for that particular page or for that blog.
for this particular blog.
Okay, because it would not be boat trailer, but okay.
What would it be?
Utility trailer.
Oh, utility. Thank you. Okay, I'll turn off boat trailer. What else?
Yeah.
What else would you put in as a keyword for this?
Um, geez.
The town you're located. Where is this going to be sold at?
Oh, well, Brick, New Jersey.
Should I say Brick or Bricktown?
I just always went by Brick. I know some people use Bricktown, but I always just went by Brick.
Brick, New Jersey. I'm going to say Bricktown just in case.
Yep. Yeah, you can throw it in there.
What about
Yeah.
anything else that's unique about? What about the brand of the trailer that we're talking about?
Well, load right. Another word would be galvanized.
Okay, bear with me.
I mean, these are going to be the SEO words that you're kind of
Yeah,
right.
galvanized.
Galvanized.
I got it. I had my computer spell it for me. I knew I wasn't going to get it right.
Um, Loading ramp. I don't know. All utility trailers have that, but most people may not know that. Um, Brand new. or new, just new. They are new, of course. That's all I can think of at the moment.
Okay. So we got a handful. They're all good.
Or maybe how about, I mean, we're gonna cover it in the text, but like special discount maybe? Closeout discount, what special closeout, whatever, like some of those kinds of things.
Okay. That's a good amount.
Yep,
Okay. So those are some keywords, right?
yep,
They're categories.
okay,
We're also going to add them to the tags. Tags work the same way as categories. And they also add to the SEO. So we're going to say galvanized. We're going to say Bricktown.
you have to retype them all, right?
Yeah. We're going to say sale. You.
SALE,
Oh, did I screw it up?
yeah,
I didn't see. Sorry.
that's all right. And that's not spelled right either, yeah.
Not utterly. You till.
Put another I in there before, there you go. IT.
What else do we say? Load right. Right. Oh, I'm adding it to the wrong place. I should have been down here.
Yeah, I was wondering, okay.
Okay, sorry about that.
No, that's,
Galvanized. There we go. All right. Sale. Let's try and spell it right this time. Util T trailer. Brick town. Brick New Jersey. What else do we have? Special discount. Right. So you get the idea.
yes,
Then I would also highly recommend we find a photo of it. I'm going to put a photo in here just for argument's sake. I know it's not going to be the right photo, but I'll use
I
this one.
understand. Yeah,
Just so you can see, I want you to understand what this feature does. This is the featured image. You want to add a photo of your product or
right,
service that you're talking about.
right.
Okay, I'm going to publish this. Then right in here, you would just add your copy. Let's do something real quick. Write a blog post for load right.
Yep. Can you hold on a second? I gotta take this real
Go
quick.
ahead, do what you got to do.
Hello? Yeah, okay, I'll come by and get it as soon as I can. Thanks a lot. All right, bye-bye. Okay, now I don't, what is this Bard?
It's AI. It's artificial intelligence. I'm going to ask it to write a blog post for us.
Oh,
Write a blog post for load right.
you-
I'm going to say for sale on load right utility trailers
right,
at benchmark.
BEN
Yeah, Marine
Basin.
Basin in Brick, New Jersey.
Okay.
This is amazing crap. Watch this.
Oh, that's even a good picture.
Mhm.
It's not a load right, but that's, I can change that.
Yeah. So I'm not going to copy the photos.
Yeah, but the rest of it looks good.
Right. So let's see. I usually can have it, usually, yeah, let's see. Share, export, copy. There we are. I'll come right in here, paste it. I'll clean up the spacing because we didn't take the photos with us. All right. And then it even knew your address. Isn't that cool?
Yeah. Well, actually, that's not the right address.
Oh, what is the right address? Let's add it. I think I have it in the front here somewhere.
664 Princeton Avenue.
There we go. Is that
And
the right phone number?
no,
What's the phone number?
732-295-0103. Here we go.
Okay. I'll hit update. Okay. So now let's go look at what we did on the homepage. Okay. So, oh, I didn't add the blog up here, did I?
No.
Okay, so we got to add that page to the menu. News and specials, add. I'm going to put it in front of the fishing charter
Right.
and say, okay. Now we'll load again. Okay, so there's news and specials. We'll go here. Here's your story about, I'm going to change the author. I'm going to change what was visible here. But
Right.
utility trailer, right? Here's your here's your story with all your keywords and your photos. And if somebody, I'm going to add an element, but if they click on this, then they get to, well, they should get to see the whole story right here.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Right.
I got to change a lot of that, but that's fine.
Yeah. Let me go back and just make sure that this is viewing the way we want to. So I think that that had a lot too much text there. So I'm going to say, let's say all show post excerpt. I'm going to cut that down to 120. I'm going to say elements. We need the featured image. We don't need the author. We don't want the date. We don't want the category. There we go. Save. I'm going to exit because it's having trouble loading. Okay. So see, now it's a bite-sized little snippet, and people will be able to see all these when they come to the website.
Yeah. So I could have more, another one or more, obviously.
Mhm. I'm going to add another element that I didn't add. And let's say read more. Yes. Now, you won't have to do this anytime sooner because I've built the pages with the information that we want displayed. So you don't have to work on this or worry about this page ever again, the news and
Okay.
specials.
I could just add stuff,
All
you
you
know.
have to do is with your next story is you don't have to worry about menus or anything else either. You would just come in, go to post,
Right.
create a new post,
Right. I see it. Yeah. And that's going to be like Suzuki or whatever.
title it, pick your stuff, add your featured image and publish. And now you'll see if I go to news and specials, here's the new story that I added. It just
Okay.
doesn't have any,
Now, how many can you, I guess you can put a lot of them there, right? If you wanted whatever, I only wanted 3 or 4, but
there is no limit.
right.
So if you wanted to, let's say, I can limit what's visible, but I never delete old ones.
Yeah, I understand. You might want to bring it back.
You might want to bring it back, and you always want to keep those keywords on your website.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
so let's say you're only going to run, you might do one promotion a month, right? Um,
Yeah.
So I could say, and let's say, those promotions are only good for 2 months. So we don't want to see anything older than a certain time frame, or
Yeah.
we only want to show the top 6 posts that are recent. I can change that as well. Um, right now I have it set to unlimited, I believe. So post count, I could say 12. So it'll only show the top 12 elements here. People would be able to go back in time because at the bottom of this, like once you have 13 stories at the very bottom of the page, there'll be a button to see earlier stories.
Okay.
But most people don't bother because they just come to look for what they're looking for.
Right.
Now, this methodology of SEO is by far the most recommended and the best for you in the long run. However, it will take a very long time for it to work for you.
Why is that?
Um, because it takes a long time. Because it's going to take a
Yeah,
long.
in terms of if somebody goes on their website tomorrow and types in boat trailer or whatever, they're not going to be able to, it won't
Right.
take them.
So right now, Google doesn't look at you as an authority. Google says, well, he's only got 1 page of information, right? When you have 100 pages of information, Google will say this guy is a real expert because look at all the stuff he's talking about this subject in this area.
Oh, when you say pages, you mean like this kind of thing?
Yeah, these posts, this
These
post.
posts.
Google sees a post as a page. They don't know
Okay.
what the difference is.
Right now, I have 2 posts, and
Right.
so I got to do more.
Yeah. I recommend that you try to do one a week. And what I do is I usually plan out a calendar. So like I look at all the holidays. And the week or 2 weeks before the holiday, I think, how can I use my business to either sell a product or relate it to that holiday that's upcoming? So, right now I would be thinking about a Black Friday sale. I've got some items that are in my catalog that I need to get rid of because new ones are coming in and these are old. So I would say Black Friday sale on the widget that I want to sell, and it's going to be a blowout. You just have to, and then explain how people can take advantage of that. And then I would post that a week or two before that sale is going to take place. Right. Um, if um, if the holidays coming up, you might want to also do, here's a photo of our family, all the people that work for your team, and we want to wish you a Merry Christmas. And
Right.
then post a picture of the holiday, for
So
holiday.
that Black Friday sale, like you said, or Christmas or whatever it might be, that just like you said, just stays there, even though and when it becomes number 13, you don't see it anymore.
Right.
Or you can make it not visible, or you can hide it.
Right. So let's take a look. I'm just going to show you if I go back to Jersey Steamer Cleaning Services. Go to his blog. Right. His blog is very deep.
Yeah, it's okay. I see what you're saying.
It goes on and on and on. Compare that to Parallel. Let's go there. The architect's firm that I showed you earlier. If we were to go to corporate, right? He's got 5 blogs there for corporate.
You should have more.
He should.
Well, oh yeah, but the blogs, that's all of his blogs, right?
No, this is just the ones related to corporate, right?
Okay.
If I go to
So
the
you
news
have,
section, the
then
news
you have,
section has a lot
okay,
more, right?
I get you.
Right. He's got this is structured a little bit differently than yours.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, but I
but
think I get it. You could have blogs in all of those categories. Uh,
correct.
home, about us, all of them.
That's what we've done here. So if you go to community services, he's got 7 there, eight blogs about that,
I get it.
right? So yeah, we can right now this is limited to 12, so there will only be 12 there. Well, if
That's
I
showing, but we can have hundreds.
thousands,
Oh,
it's not,
showing.
it's, yeah, it's unlimited.
Yeah. Now, one thing I saw on there too was, is there a button for request a quote or something along those lines? Like
So, yeah, we haven't built anything like that. If
okay,
you wanted to, that would be, we could say request a quote, and then build a form.
right.
That would be a little bit more detailed. I would need to know all the criteria that you want people to be able to enter.
Well, I'll forward this and call you back for that and we'll do, whatever. I mean, I understand
Okay.
that part. Because I want to get there, but right now I got to do some of the fix these blogs and create new ones and all of that.
Okay.
Okay.
So, yeah, but that's the kit and caboodle. I will save this video and upload it to YouTube and then share it with you.
Please, because I
Yeah, I know it's a lot, and I went over a lot, and there's a lot of nuances, and there's probably things that I've left out that I took for granted by mistake.
oh
So
no,
yeah, but that is, this really is, like one of the easiest ways to work on a website. It is, the Divi theme and WordPress have expedited the time it takes me to develop a website. I can do a website in an afternoon, and 10 years ago it would take me a month to do the same thing. So yeah, it's really fast and easy. It does take a little bit of a learning curve, but if you
yeah,
do
I
it
don't know how to do
enough,
that. Yeah.
and if you plan out your calendar the way I suggested and did once a week, you'd be a website developer in 2 months.
I'm gonna try, but no, I'll see. Um, so the one question I had too is when I went into the WordPress using the stuff you gave me before, well, I think I wasn't here. There was a sport fishing something or whatever it was. What was it? A bounty hunt or something or other website. And so I don't know why I wasn't getting to Benchmark Marine Basin. Do you know? I mean, well, you sent me the link, I think, so I'll be okay, I guess.
It doesn't look like you're here. I mean, well, it uses the benchmark, Gabriella's information.
Long gone, yeah.
Let me bear with me. I'm going to add you personally.
Yeah, see that picture there of Gabrielle see that right there, that picture
Uh-huh.
with the guy holding the fish.
Uh-huh.
That's what came up.
Okay.
And I don't know why, but
So this is, if you logged in, it just remembers. I can change this. Oh, it's not Todd, it's Don,
yes,
right?
correct. Mueller. Right.
The picture's not going away. I can't change it. So, but
Okay.
now you're listed as Don instead.
Okay. Right.
Okay. So let's go back to all users, and there you are. It's just a name that was linked to that email address. That's all.
Okay.
Your login will still be the same, even
Okay.
though the name has changed. But you'll still use this email address when you log in, and the password that you can reset if you want. Do you want me to send you a reset, or do you want to use what you already have?
As long as it gets me to this dashboard and everything, it's fine.
Okay. So you have that password is my question.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
into WordPress. I think so anyway.
Okay. So you should be good to go.
I'm gonna give it a try. I'll probably do this stuff at night and weekends because I can't during the day. I got stuff, too much stuff going on.
Yep. All right. So, are we good for now?
I think so. I'll probably have questions, and then I can then talk to you about, I mean, I know you have, this stuff isn't free, so I mean, I'll have to talk to you, whatever, we need to do.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, yeah, let me play with it, and maybe I'll even email you quick questions. I'm probably bound to have them.
Okay. Yeah, I'll be happy to answer the questions that you got, and moving forward, just give me a call. And if you want to add new sections or if you get confused, I'm always here.
All right,
All right.
I'll watch the video again before I play with it, but
Yeah, yeah. It'll take me a while to upload it because it's going to be a long video. It's an
oh
hour
yeah,
video. So,
I'm not gonna be doing it till probably the weekend. I'm just too busy, but
okay.
all
Well,
right.
good luck, and nice to meet you.
Thank you.
And yeah, you know where to find me.
All right, you got it.
All right,
Appreciate
take
your
care.
help.
All right,
Bye-bye.
bye-bye.